Hello friends, welcome to this video about inheritance, one of the core principle of object-oriented programming. In my previous videos, we have talked about classes and objects and encapsulation. In this video, we are going to concentrate on inheritance and we will actually understand better with code examples. Let's get started. What is inheritance? Inheritance allows us to create a new class from the existing class. So there are multiple names for new class and existing classes, like we could refer them with super class or subclass. We could also refer them like parent class and child class and base class and derived class. So when we create a new class based on the existing class, so we inherit all the non-private members of its superclass. So we will understand better what exactly that is being inherited in the subclass with some examples. So when do we need to use inheritance? Yes, so when we have a user relationship between two objects, we can use inheritance. So let's take an example of a few examples, right? So Java is a programming language. So the programming language could be a superclass and Java could be a subclass. And Python is a programming language. And so JavaScript is a programming language. So all these classes can be used as a subclass, and we can extend these classes can extend the superclass. And also like a car is a vehicle and bus is a vehicle, truck is a vehicle. So all these real world examples that has a easy relationship, we could use inheritance, we could implement inheritance for that. So let's take a look into that with some good examples. So here we have a vehicle class, and let's create some fields for this. So I'm going to create some fields for vehicle. It's going to be very basic fields like make, manufacturing, who is the manufacturer of the car, and what is the model of the car, and then in which year the car was manufactured, and what is the color of the car. So let's create a constructor for this with all the fields, and then I'm going to have setters and getters for this class with all the fields as well. So now we have a class, vehicle class, with 4 fields, and that it has some getters and setters as well. I'm going to add one more method to print the values for these fields whenever we create an object. So I'm going to name this as print vehicle details. So I'm just using system.out.println. So copying this and also using for other fields, make, model, and using this for model, year, and then the color. Yeah, so let's create an object for this class. I'm going to close all other classes and just keep only vehicle class and vehicle application .java. So I'm creating an object for the vehicle class which we just created. So as we have created a constructor with arguments, so we have to initialize the vehicle class with fields. Let's pass some fields for make as Honda, and city is the model of the car, 2021 is the year, and white. So let's call this method vehicle.print details. I'm going to run this class, and yeah, perfect. So we got Honda City 2021 white, which we created. So this is a vehicle, so which is a class, we already have it. Now let's look into a class, another class called car class. So where we don't have anything. So we already have a vehicle class with some few properties like make, model, year and class. And there's a new requirement that comes up that we have to add some additional attribute like body style, like which body style, whether it is a sedan or a hatchback or SUV model. So one possible thing, we could very well add that property here, but that may not be applicable for a truck, right? A truck is also vehicle. So and also it may not be applicable for bus. So what can we do in that case is like, so create a class like car class. And the way we extend, we use inheritance is using the keyword extends and vehicle. So by using extends keyword, we get all these properties, and also we get all the public and private methods that is present in the superclass. So we don't have to create all these fields again. We don't have to create make, model, year, color, all the getters and setters for this. By just using extends vehicle keyword, we already got those fields. So this is one of the main advantages of using inheritance. So it avoids the duplication of the code, and also code reusability. Let's say tomorrow if you uh, want to create a new class, like maybe like a bus is also vehicle, which has only um, some different properties other than car. We could very well create a bus class and extends vehicle and create their own properties in the bus class itself. So let's create a property for car. So car has its own property like a body style. And so as you can see here, IntelliJ is giving some error to implement the constructor. So let's implement that. So if you are using Eclipse, that's fine. So I'm going to create the constructor matching the super keyword. So as you can see here is that so we already have the super keyword. Super keyword is normally used to call the parent class constructor. So whenever you extends any other class, we need to use the super keyword to call that constructor. So if you don't use super keyword, if there is a default constructor, a super version of the default constructor would be automatically created for us if you don't define any parameterized constructor. So here we are having a parameterized constructor, and that's why we are just defining, we are using super keyword to call the super class constructor. And so let's also have this field in our class, string body style, and I'm going to set this body style equal to body style. So let's create getters and setters for this, and also print the values of what this body style is. So it's going to be a public method, and print car details. I'm going to access a method, public method, that is present in the vehicle, which would print all these values. And also we have a separate property here, and let's print that body style property in this class. Style. So as you can see here, the advantage of inheritance is so good. So the one thing is code is very neat here. So even though the car has make, model, year and color, we don't have to define those properties again here. Those properties, those fields are already available in vehicle. We're just reusing the same fields again. But one thing we need to remember is that this subclass only inheritance, it only inherit, we can only access those we can only access the fields that is present in the car class. You can't access the superclass fields in the subclass. I can explain you that with a good example. So let's say I'm trying to access this dot make. So this is giving an error. So you see this one, right? So there is no visibility. You can't even access the superclass property because this is defined as a private. So the private fields and private methods are not accessible to the subclasses. So that's one thing we need to understand. So by looking into this, even though we are reusing those fields, but we really cannot access those fields in the subclass. When we create a car instance, there's going to be only one instance created in the heap. There's not going to be multiple instances. There's not going to be vehicle instance, there's not going to be a car instance, two instances. There's going to be only one instance, which is a car instance. So let's create a object for this car. So I'm just adding one line for each use case that we have. So I'm creating an object for the car class, car equal to new car. So I'm creating in, just copying all these things. Maybe I'm creating a car, probably Toyota, then Camry, so 2010, and then black. So this is the car, and then car dot print car details. Yeah, so we also need to pass the car specific field. So this is a sedan car, and so let's run this program. Perfect. So as you can see here, with vehicle class we are able to print all the values, and with car class, so we are able to access the fields for the superclass, make, model, year and color, and at the same time we are also able to access all these fields. So this is good, right? So we are able to, even though we have only one field in the car class, we are able to set all these fields, and we're able to get all those fields using constructor or setter or getter. So that is really good. So this is the one main advantages of the inheritance. So let's have a look into types of inheritance. So single inheritance is the one that we exactly what we have seen, and we have multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Single inheritance, we just have like only two classes, class B A and class B. Class B extends class A. So the example that we have seen, like vehicle and car, is a good example for single inheritance. So we have already seen this. We have a vehicle which has some fields, and we have a car which has some additional fields, and we were able to reuse those fields and methods in the car. So this is an example of the single inheritance. So let's look into what is multi-level inheritance. So when we have a class, like for example class C, which is derived from class B, which in turn is derived from class A. So this is called multi-level inheritance, and we could have an example like this, where we have a vehicle as a superclass, where we have some properties like 4 properties as we have seen, and car we have some other property like a body style, we have seen that, and like Tesla. So Tesla has its own property, like maybe for example is self-drive mode on. You don't find that self-drive mode on in all cars, so it's only specific to some few cars, and one of the good example is for Tesla, right? So but Tesla also has its own body style, it has make, model, year and everything, like whatever properties for vehicle has, Tesla also has it. In addition to that, Tesla has few other properties. So when you have this type of inheritance, this is called a multi-level inheritance. Let's look into more details in a good example. So as you can see here, class Tesla has a self-drive mode on, is a variable which I already got in here. So I'm going to extend vehicle class, like car class, and then as you can see here, so this we need to access the superclass constructor in order to work this inheritance. And let's copy all the fields that we have in car class into the Tesla class. And copy all these fields also. I'm just copying, yeah. So let me copy this from car class into Tesla using super keyboard. We're just calling the constructor of the car class here, and just print car details. So you could see here Tesla class extends car, and then where car class extends vehicle. So this is a good example for multi-level inheritance. Let's create an object of Tesla. So I'm going to create an object for Tesla here. So make obviously it is Tesla. Then the model is model 3. Let's have it like model 3 and 2008, and let's have black color, and this is a sedan car. One more property we have for Tesla is self-drive mode on. Yes, so let's have it set it to true. Now let's print the values that we just set. Print Tesla details and run the program and see what we get. Perfect. So we got the vehicle details and we are able to get the car details. Car extends vehicle and Tesla also extends vehicle. So this is one good example for multi-level, and we got hierarchical inheritance. So in case of hierarchical inheritance, multiple classes can extend the superclass. So for example, here class B extends class A, class C extends class A. One good example for that is a car could extend vehicle because car is a vehicle, and bus is also a vehicle. So bus can extend a vehicle. All right, so this is called a hierarchical inheritance, and let's take an example for that. So we already have a car extends vehicle. We have seen this in the single inheritance. Now let's create the same way. So we have a bus type and vehicle, and let's add same properties what we have. I'm just copying this super class constructor to initialize the vehicle class using super keyboard, and also print the values from vehicle details. So as we can see here, the bus class has its own fields, like which is a bus type, and car class has its own property body style. Body style may not be applicable to bus, and the bus type is not applicable, may not be applicable for car. But all the basic fields like make, model, year and color, they're all applicable for a car and bus. So this is a good example of inheritance where we are reusing all the fields and methods instead of writing again in bus class and instead of writing again in the car class. So let's create an object for the bus class here. Yeah, so you could have make. Yeah, I'm just having some names like make bus. Not exactly sure what we put. I'm just having some values. So make model 2009, and then orange. Orange is the color of the car, color of the bus, and the type is school bus. School bus. So let's print the values for print bus details, and let's run this and see what we are going to get. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to add this line here just to make the console logs more readable. So I'm running this again. Perfect. So we have bus make, bus model, yeah, year, and also so bus has one property and we got it here. So this is really good. So this is an example for hierarchical inheritance, and we have two more types of inheritance like multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance comes into play like one class extend more than one class, but in Java multiple inheritance is not supported through classes. So this is not supported through classes. We cannot have one class extends multiple classes. So because the compiler will give error. So let's take for example, we have a Tesla here, and Tesla extends car, and also let's say if I put vehicle, so this will give a compilation error, and because Java does not support multiple inheritance. The reason for this is, like, let's say we have a same method in vehicle and same method in engine, and when we try to call the method of method using a car object, Java does not know which method it needs to call. So that's why the multiple inheritance is not supported through classes, but multiple inheritance is supported in Java through interfaces only. So we will see that in more detail when we talk about inheritance and abstract classes. And the last inheritance type is hybrid inheritance. This is a combination of hierarchical and multiple inheritance, where class B and class C extends class A, which we are already seen, and class D extends class B and class, which is not possible in Java. So again, this is also not possible in Java through classes. This is also possible only through interfaces. So what are the advantages of inheritance? Yes, reusability of the code. So we have seen good examples, like how the code can be reused without repeating the fields and methods in subclasses. So no duplication code. Yes, and extensibility. Yes. So let's say tomorrow if some other class comes, maybe for example. Bike is also a vehicle, right? So but it has its own properties. It just has only two tires, not like four tires. So bike can also extends vehicle, but it can have all the properties like make, model, year, and color and everything. So tomorrow if some other class comes, so this is very, inheritance is very useful in real world examples. So that's all about inheritance, and I hope this video actually made you to understand better about inheritance. See you in the next video.